Hi guys, it's Amanda with Eat Pray Crunch, and this is my 4-month postpartum update. I feel like things have been going pretty darn well. I feel like I'm really starting to get back into the swing of things, and my energy, I feel like, has really started to come back after the whole postpartum period and being pregnant thing. So when I was taking the placenta pills, that really was helping my energy, but I'm not taking those anymore now, and I feel like I have been doing pretty well on my own energy-wise. I've been getting a lot of things done and starting to really get back into the swing of things with exercise. This week I haven't been as good about the exercise, but the previous few weeks before that I was starting to get really good, so hopefully next week I'll be getting back into it. But I have started walking / running again, and I know I mentioned in my last update that I tried to add a little bit of running into my walking routine, and I've been trying to do that now. I've usually been getting a run in about once, maybe twice a week, and I feel like that's pretty good for right now. When I do the entire circuit of my neighborhood, our neighborhood is on a hill, and so when you go up and down, there's like a bunch of cul-de-sacs, and when you go up and down the cul-de-sacs, it's like going up and down, up and down, up and down the hills, and so it's like actually really good training. And so if I do the entire neighborhood circuit, it was before, when I was just walking it was taking me about 45 minutes to do the whole thing, but this last week when I included more running, I did it in 35 minutes, so my time is improving and I am able to run more. What I've been doing is to ease back into the running. I have just been running on the flat parts and the downhill, and then just power walking up the uphills, and that seems to be a good pace for me right now. Eventually I'd like to be able to run the whole thing, but right now that's a good happy medium, and that makes me run about half of it. So I feel like that's pretty good, and I'm happy with that right now. So along with the exercise, I really feel like I've been trying to step it up with the diet, and really trying to focus on, continuing the weight loss. So with the diet, I have really just been swaying more paleo-esque, I guess you could say. I'm not going 100% paleo, but I'm trying to have a lot more meals that don't have starches and grains in them. I still do have them now and then. I'll eat, if I'm giving my son crackers, I'll eat like 2 crackers, or, if we are having rice with dinner, I'll have just like a tiny little bit of rice. But for most of my snacks and meals, I'm trying to keep them starch-free. And so far I've been pretty successful at it. If you saw my day in the life video from a week or 2 ago, I was showing how we have so many greens in our garden now, and I have been having greens with my breakfast, which is something I never really did before. But when I was watching the Family Days vlog, she was showing how she has greens and eggs with her breakfast every morning, and I guess they eat paleo. So I thought, that actually looks pretty good, and I gave it a try, and I actually really like the taste of fried eggs and greens, and so that's what I've been having for breakfast every morning lately. And occasionally I will throw in an avocado, or I will eat a banana with it, or we have a ton of berries on our bushes right now, so I have been eating raspberries and blueberries, that kind of thing with my breakfast as well. And then lunch, I have just been keeping really, really simple. Usually for lunch I just have like a big apple with some cheese, and that's my lunch. And that's usually enough to keep me going. I am feeling hungry a lot more of the time than I used to, but I still feel like I'm eating a good amount for my body right now. But in order to lose the weight, I'm gonna have to, feel somewhat hungry some of the time. I'm not starving myself, but I'm definitely watching my portions and just eating, reasonable sized portions 3 meals a day. And then for dinners, I'm just having whatever is next in our Fresh 20 cookbook. You know, I did my review on that. Check that out below if you haven't seen it. But yeah, we're just following this cookbook and it's awesome. Fresh ingredients, totally follows our kind of diet. And if it calls for a starchy thing, I'll still make it, but I'll either just have a small amount of that starchy food or not eat any of it and just let Bill have it. So that's been going really well. So total this month I have lost 3 pounds. So even with all of this, I feel like the weight loss progression is like kind of slowing down a little bit. I'll kind of like hit a plateau for 2 weeks and then I'll like drop 2 or 3 pounds in 1 week. So that's kind of how I gained weight when I was pregnant, and I'm kind of losing in the same way. It's kind of in fits and spurts. So with a total loss of 3 pounds this month, I am down a total of 34 pounds. 1 more pound and I'll reach that 35-pound mark. So since I gained a total of 53 pounds in my pregnancy, I now have just 19 left. So it feels good. I'm definitely moving in the right direction, even though it's slow snail-paced progress, but you know, I'm okay with that as long as we are moving in the right direction, which I am. So that's going well. I know I mentioned in my previous updates that I have had like crazy milk production and I feel like in the last couple of weeks or then within the last month it's slowed down. It's like a really reasonable amount now. And I think it's because I stopped taking the placenta pills. I finished going through those and my milk supply has gone down, and so I'm not producing like insane amounts. Like my record was like 18 ounces in one sitting. It was nuts. But now when I'm pumping in the evenings, which I'm still pumping every evening, I usually get about like 8 to 10 ounces. So I feel like that's a really reasonable amount, and I definitely have enough for Sophie, so I feel like this is a good pace. It's like not more than I can handle right now, so that's going well. My physical therapy is going really well. Like I mentioned, I am doing physical therapy to strengthen my core and my pelvic floor, and that's been going really well. I haven't been doing my exercises as much as I should, but you know, surprise, surprise, I have 2 little kids. But today I just set my alarm on my phone so that after I put the kids to bed every night, I'm going to try and run through my PT exercises and get those done. And I think it is helping. As long as I'm doing the exercises, it is helping. So yeah, that's mostly it for this month. It's not a huge update for me. It will be a bigger update for little Miss Sophia since she has been making leaps and bounds in her development, and so I will be recording that soon. So be sure to check that out once I get that up. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!